And what we have yet to understand that although similar, right, to a degree in identity, community leadership is a whole different aspect. Although connected, it's a different aspect of it, because what you have to start off with, status cannot make you a leader. It's not a controlled environment where someone automatically nominates you as the next leader. Leadership is really based on trust when you're talking about a community, and that's in any environment, but in any neighborhood, any culture. Trust comes first. When the neighborhood knows that this individual not only is a source, but they can be trusted to relay that source, they become leaders. And what I found is that there are so many young people that are coming up in the next generations that are passionate about their community. They see things and they get involved. And I witnessed it in the year 2020. There was so many young people just fired up, but they didn't know what to do or how. They just saw a need to react and they just reacted, but they didn't know how to really govern themselves or initiate. And so the rules of engagement is actually the 10 years that I did in community leadership, everything from start to finish, from building the programs to monitoring individuals to recruiting, community advocacy, starting out from the ground up, from volunteering, not just starting out trying to find people to lead, like really getting your work in, earning your keep, earning that trust, understanding how to collaborate with different partners, going out and recruiting, how to get involved, different things of that sort, partnerships, really, and then understanding what you are good at, that source, what's your passion and how to get involved with it. And the way I created it is not a book, it's a workbook, because I've always been about the work. It's never about me. I could have written a book about me. I've accounted different accolades and awards and, thus far for the work that I've done, but it's never about me. I'm really about the work. So if I'm going to write a book, I want to write a workbook. Let's do it together. So once you get through the end, I'm no longer the author. You are. And that's your blueprint now. And that's the way the rules of engagement is going to be.
And speaking of blueprints, I know you work with a lot of people in construction industry and have for decades. And I know also that you're working on something that's a blueprint for prospective business owners. You want to tell us about it?
Yes. We're working on an application that will put together these 4 services that we were talking about as a support for small businesses. And we're talking about small businesses being 1 person, 2 people, 3, 4, 5. We're not talking about what level of sales you have or anything like that. It's an application that will help you get your business going. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. How do I do the accounting? How do I do the marketing? How do I do the posting into social media? How do I do all that? So that's what we're coming up with. And it's going to be a do-it-yourself. And actually, we're calling it a do-it-yourself tool. Why? Because we're going to teach you, and we're all about teaching. We're going to teach you how to use the tool. And then you're going to have the tool for a good year, and then you're going to say, man, I need more. Then that's what we're here for. But this tool is going to allow you to tell you where you're at, to tell you what the path is to follow, and to do it. If you don't show me that you can do it, then there's nothing I can do to help you. So it's a little bit more of what your teachings are, what your leadership is. It's about that. This is my legacy on leadership. I want you to think. I want you to do it. You have to do it. You have to take your shot. You're gonna aim and you're not gonna hit the target at all the first time, but you have to try it. You have to practice. And practice gives you talent, gives you knowledge, gives you the experiences. A book is not about a person, it's about experiences. And you actually giving them a blueprint to say, write your experiences and write your path to that. Create your blueprint. This blueprint is exactly that. The blueprint is this application that says, here's open up for you to utilize the tools, the AI, all this other stuff for you to create your blueprint. And it's coming up. It's actually, I'm very happy because we had to change the whole face of it and all that, and now it's pretty now. So before it was working, but it was not pretty. So now it's going to be both.
So it's like me.
Yes.
Okay.
Like Sylvia.
Like Sylvia.
Like Sylvia.
I don't like Sylvia no more. But if you've been listening, we've told you why. We told you how. Now we're going to tell you when. You got a calendar on that phone? December 6th in Cedar Hill, Texas. There's an event called Family Cares. We're talking about the family, the people like us that are in the Calvary. And we're going to bring all 10,000 of the horsemen to Cedar Hill. And both of these guys are on the program, by the way. And we're going to talk about three major things. First thing we're going to talk about is the pros and cons of the internet. Very experienced and well-known guy, they call him King Charles. It's going to be leading a program to tell you what's good about the internet, what's bad about the internet, and how you can learn how to use the AI.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have Mar here talking about the family. And one of the things we're going to be talking about is healthy relationships. Relationships with parents and students and teachers and grandparents and siblings. And then Eduardo is going to be talking about managing your finances. You know, fancy word is financial literacy, but the bottom line is we're going to teach you how to buy a car and how to buy a house and how to save some money.
Correct.
And if you don't speak English, guess what? Eduardo speaks Spanish.
Claro que sí.
So these are only 3 of the 8 speakers that will be on hand to help you guide and order your steps to wherever it is you want to go. Breakfast will be free at 8 o'clock. We'll have the speakers break into breakout rooms, and one will be about finance, one will be about healthy relationships, one will be about the internet. But then after that, we're going to have lunch, and they get to interact with the speakers. We're not sending you home. We're going to have some barbecue and then let y'all talk to the people you just heard. This is December 6th. 535 South Clark Road in Cedar Hill, Texas, at the Cedar Hill Church of Christ. And it won't be worth nothing if you ain't there. We need your presence to make this work. We need your presence, and you need to be present to make your life work better. Whatever problems you have, those hurdles have been overcome. May not gotten there yet, but the future is going to be overcome. Either of you guys got anything that you want to add to what I'm saying?
Just about the event, you have to show up. You have to show us your action. We're going to be there to help you out. So, but you have to make the effort to go there. And the interesting part about it is that doesn't matter what the objective, your objective is going to be to go there. We're going to come out with something. So definitely it's a very exciting event, and it's not going to be as fun if you don't join us.
The only thing that I would like to add is when you do come, expect to leave with something. Because if you expect to leave with something, you'll find it, whatever that may be. Sometimes you don't know what you may be looking for, but you're coming back with something. And that's the whole point about coming to an event of resources. Anytime you go into a business expo, you're expecting to come back with some type of business connections, right? If it's a home mortgage expo event or whatever, you're expected to come back. This is about resources, 10,000 resources. If you need resources, go with an expectation. Don't just come with your hand out. Come back with something that can change your life. Because what we don't want to do and we know that this sometimes happens, we don't want to see you being a repetitive client for the same thing again.
Community care resource council of 10,000. Is that enough? Do you want what they got to offer? And there's one last thing. The icing on the cake is this. Those of you in our community that, whether you've been successful or you've not been successful, you need to be there to let people know the consequences of your behavior. If you did the work, you need to tell them why it worked. If you didn't do the work, you need to tell them what the outcome's going to be. So if you're a senior citizen, don't stay home.